And we're back here with Politicking. What's cracking, everybody?
What's up, guys?
Is that really Eric or is that his clone? I can't tell.
It could be either one.
I don't think they'd clone a better person than me.
I hope so.
Yeah, you wouldn't bother me.
I mean, there's 1,000 of you in Oregon, right?
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
There's plenty of Erics to go around.
Plenty of Erics to go around.
Yeah.
But we're entering some strange times now here on Earth.
Yeah.
Not even Earth. Earth.
This is becoming Earth because it's becoming super fucking ghetto, bro. Everything is just up. And you know, like the things like when we had morals back in the 80s.
I don't know why they want to clone people. There's already too many people.
Exactly. Wasn't it a thing like we need to give people the COVID shot so we can, get rid of a certain amount of the
Reduce the population.
And now they want to bring back people.
Well, you know what it is? They want to bring back a certain type of people that listens.
That's what you said. You're right. You're right. And
they don't want all these independent thinkers.
Yeah. So that's why you got, entertainers who are always being accused of being clones. You know what I mean? Like Kanye's a clone. This person's a clone.
Well, Kanye's for sure not a clone.
Like for me, I just don't understand why the hell they would clone Gucci Man. Like, you know what I mean? It was a big thing back then. Like, look at him. He got abs now. He's a clone.
Yeah,
like,
I'm pretty
Gucci
sure
Man?
Gucci just lost some weight.
Gucci Man? Like, we gonna clone Gucci Man. He been the same nigga since he got out of fucking prison. Like, he ain't.
That's what I was gonna say.
Like a sophisticated ass fucking dude. Like, you know what? I don't do that.
All of a sudden, Floyd Mayweather's reading books and stuff.
Yeah, right. You know what I mean?
That would be suspicious.
And then to say like Kanye was a clone. You right. That how the hell they cloned? They didn't do it right.
Maybe it went bad. It went bad.
He got a lobotomy or something.
Well, I heard that Jamie Foxx too was the last one. And then he got diddied, so they cloned him, but he actually died.
Yeah, and they said that right when he was dropping a movie called "Who the Fuck Cloned Tyrone?" Like, what the hell? You know what I mean? Did y'all see that? Did you see that?
I didn't see
during that time, so right before that movie dropped, this dude, has that, health emergency or whatever. And then, when he came back, they were like, oh shit, he's cloned. And then the month or two later after that, he dropped the damn movie.
And then the tattoo on his head's gone.
Yeah.
That's why it's gone. Remember he had a tattoo on the back of his head?
Who, Jamie?
Jamie.
I didn't know that.
What?
And now it's gone. So that's why they say it's a clone too.
That's wild, man. But it was funny though. Like when you think about eugenics in earlier times and all of that stuff, it was frowned upon. Like, you know what I mean? It was almost like a race to see who can clone, something. Like they had Dolly the Lamb back in the day. You know what I mean? Right, and that was a whole little thing where it was a problem. But now they just cloning shit to be cloning shit.
They brought back the wolf from 10,000 years ago.
A wolf from 10,000 years ago. Why?
Right. For what?
Because of Game of Thrones.
They said, you know what we want? We want that wolf from Game of Thrones.
They look pretty badass.
At least they're cloning cool shit. You know what I mean? That's cool.
I mean, if you think about it, of course, if you clone a wolf like that, it's going to start mating with smaller wolves, and then you bringing back a stronger wolf population in general. Like, yeah,
I've heard this done before. I don't know where.
Right?
Hashtag NBA.
We talk about that. Yeah. Or even, they talk about cloning back in the day, like weeding people out. They had, because they said that, a certain race wasn't real. Did you hear about that?
Yeah.
They said LeBron was cloned.
Oh,
I believe that
because they don't know who his dad is,
or he's Jesus.
So even with that situation, so with LeBron, I've heard the whole thing about he's a reptilian.
I believe that too.
That he had that parasite, because that's supposed to be some type of parasite.
A parasite?
Yeah, it's a parasite that they release on you, and that's what changes you into a reptilian.
If he's doing all that with a parasite, goddamn.
Oh, parasites is bad, bro. Yeah. There's all kinds of weird parasites.
It's not good.
That's what I'm saying, and he's still well,
it made him tap into his reptilian mode. You know what I mean? Have you ever seen the little things and they say, "Oh shit, her eye fluttered. Did you see the reptilian eye?"
She's breathing through her eye.
So that's what they were saying.
Like Men in Black. Remember, he's like his eyelids were doing this shit.
Yeah. Hillary Clinton blinks sideways.
Oh, her shit was crazy.
She's snatching flies out the air, dog.
Did you see that shit? Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's just a weird ass ghetto time. We got people I think Japan cloning humans and animals or some shit. They had some weird ass embryo
maybe they could
thing.
clone a woman who has like 7 vaginas. That'd be pretty cool.
I don't like that one no more. You can do something with that. Can we get that one removed?
Just have a different version of the same one.
Yeah, that'd be wild.
But cloning,
or at least 2.
At least 2.
You think people would cheat? We'd cheat still if we had a girl with 7 vaginas.
Just pick a different hole. It feels like cheating.
I know, like I cheated because you got the same face.
And are they all gonna bleed too? I don't know if I'm gonna want that.
7 bleeding vaginas.
I don't know. You really want these problems, Eric?
Right? He's not thinking.
You haven't been in a relationship in a while, have you?
Yeah, he's not using his hand.
Always gonna be on her period.
Yeah, and then the crazy
They're
thing
never gonna
about
sync up.
They will sync up. That's the worst part.
No, with your luck, they're not gonna sync up, and you're gonna be miserable every day.
But imagine if they did. That's 7 times fucking PMS, bro.
Oh good thing no women listen to this podcast.
That's worse.
Oh my god, dude! I just had a flash.
I'd rather deal with it, every damn week. I mean, month or every week or whatever, than to deal with
all at
7. Come on, bro, no. And then you don't know how it's gonna be, so you got the walking on eggshells type. Oh, she must be.
Yeah,
oh my
she
god!
just murder you.
She's
7
sorry.
at once.
She's gonna die of dehydration. You know what I mean? Just all their bodily fluid just. Getting a blood transfusion every 2 weeks.
That's wild, though, man.
What is China doing over there? Or what do you say, Japan?
Yeah.
You don't want that shit.
All right, maybe
Is it Japan that's doing it? Is it Japan that's doing it?
One of those countries.
It just sound like
probably
China.
all of them.
So,
but mainly China.
China
doesn't give a fuck.
They
about the
were
rules.
engineering people's DNA to be like a certain height, certain weight, certain brain function, like this crazy shit.
They do that. They got that in America. I think the tailored baby, where you can get the certain eye color. And then like white women do it a lot too. Like they'll get a different color baby, black babies.
Yeah.
Like, why the hell is this kid black? I'm white.
I was like, what is?
Wow.
Oh, I get it. Yeah, I seen that Pornhub channel.
Well,
it did come out a while ago that this doctor in China had like genetically modified these children, and he said it was to prevent them like getting HIV or something like that. But
the fuck?
like at the same time, they tested like insanely high on like all their intelligence tests and everything like that.
So,
and China like officially denied any involvement with it and was like, yeah, this guy did this all on his own. But it's like, probably not.
Yeah, you don't do anything on your own in China.
Yeah, right.
The only reason he was, wouldn't get HIV because he was highly intelligent. He's like, oh no, we must strap it up. I wouldn't dare do that before marriage. Just all of that.
He's
shit.
too nerdy to get laid.
Like, I'm a little bit more cautious than normal guy. I'm still a virgin.
That is a pretty like suspicious thing to want to like.
But just say that's why.
Get AIDS. You're like, why do you want one of those?
Not just disease in general, or gonorrhea, along with HIV. I want to get gonorrhea, syphilis, none of that shit.
I'm engineering these kids to keep secrets. And their short-term memories not so good.
It's fucking hilarious.
They're doing wild shit in China.
Damn communists.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they was doing it everywhere. They was doing it in Germany at one point. We had Hitler.
Oh yeah, that one guy in Germany.
Yeah, giving people meth and then telling them, you know what I mean? Look, this guy is, blonde, blue-haired, over 6 feet tall. He's a superhuman. And then giving them meth on the low, and then having them go run in there,
drive this tank for 27 hours.
Go to war. These motherfuckers just murdering everything. You know what I mean? And then going to the Olympics, like, oh shit, they about to blow everybody out the water.
Hey, you better hope they don't do this shit to Mexican people because.
And then of course, what's the name? Jesse Owens wins, and he like, what the fuck? This nigga is fast.
That's a direct quote. That's a direct quote from Hitler.
For real, like, damn, we should have went the black route. Did we have any black Germans? Like, why didn't we do this? Why we choose the white people?
And then he's like, how do we lighten up black people? But he's still black. And then fast forward, Michael Jackson did it, and he.
For real, man. It's crazy, man.
Poor Hitler. He never catches a break.
You think he'd be pissed to find out Kanye West is his biggest supporter in 2025?
Oh, man. He'd be like, see what I was saying? I knew I would one day
He'd be pissed, but
capture the minds of everybody.
he'd be pissed, but he'd understand.
He'd be like, this guy gets
He gets it,
Yeah.
but I don't want him near me.
Like he understands what I'm saying, but you know, ain't somebody I hang out with.
Yeah, he's like, I'm an Eminem.
You know what? He'd do basically the same Trump approach. Like, yeah, I invite him to the White House, but I don't really fuck with him.
Maybe they can use cloning for some kind of good to like make sure we get like good meat or something. Like
Cloned meat sounds healthy.
Well, yeah, that's why one of the things
what
that
if
they
you
were wanting to
clone
do.
the best meat cows or
They
whatever?
do that, right?
Yeah.
With manufactured or GMO Wagyu.
Oh, Wagyu, yeah. Wagyu.
Okay.
And they force feed those motherfuckers beer. You ever seen how they feed them?
Yeah, beer.
Beer. That's how the meat becomes so fatty and tender.
That's from
Oh
beer.
shit!
They're just fucked up.
I'm about to drink.
They fucking force a bottle down their throat and making them chug beer.
I'm about to eat nothing but fucking Wagyu. Nothing about the fact that that's probably not the best thing to do to a cow, but man, if he gonna die, like
I mean, and they're massaging it too, so it's like
so he's drunk. And he's getting a
hand
massage.
jobs, getting hand jobs, drunk. Like he's living the life.
That's some good ass beef then.
Like I want to go out like that.
For real, right? Shit.
Have a bunch of Asian people just massaging me, force feeding me beer.
So at the end of the day, it's no stress in the muscles then.
No, he's fucking
No
relaxed
stress
as
in the
hell.
muscles.
Oh, you're serious about that?
Yeah.
What do you think about that shit? Like passing, because they say like the beef, the way that they do shit, or just animals in general that they beat, killed with very ancients, or they basically transform that emotion into the meat. Y'all believe that? And they say
No.
He said hell no.
I want my chickens caged, oppressed. I don't want them running around
Yeah.
That's
Eating
wild.
just nothing
eating,
but bullshit.
eating their own shit.
Right? Facts.
You ever seen a chicken eat a mouse?
Yeah.
Oh my god, bro!
it'll do it.
It looks like Jurassic Park. I'm not even joking right now.
I've also seen a horse eat a baby chick.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
that's not even bad. Watching a chicken eat a mouse you're going to be like, I ain't eating chicken ever again.
Yeah.
It really looks like a mini T-Rex eating just fucking eating people.
Yeah.
It is insane. If you haven't, stop watching the podcast right now and go watch.
Yeah,
Google.
I'm
Just
Googling
like Lamar's
chicken
doing right
eating
now.
a
Google
fucking mouse.
chickens eating mice. It is insane. It is insane. You're gonna be like, I'm not eating nuggets again.
Yeah. If we ever need like a break, like if we can't think of something funny to say, we could just play funny clips for the whole episode.
A chicken,
versus mouse.
and he gonna put that joint up in there because he knows what's about to happen. I mean, I've seen some.
And for the
I've
viewers,
seen
for
some
the viewers at
chicken
home,
fights. I was about to say I seen some cockfights, and then I was like, that sounds gay.
for the viewers at home, these are black chickens, by the way.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they some real niggas.
That chicken has a knife.
That chicken got a knife on the end. It's funny. I know you ain't talking. That's some Mexican ass shit right
That's
there.
true. You guys are dog fighters.
Yeah, exactly.
We're chicken fighters.
I've seen that. That shit wild.
Oh, it's
bro.
pretty cool, actually.
It
I mean,
is.
I've been to one.
Come on, man. Fucking put the goddamn.
All right.
This is a thing, bro.
I know it is. I've seen this shit. It's wild, bro. It makes you question, why am I eating chicken? This is what the free-range chickens do.
Yeah, they're dinosaurs.
They're dinosaurs. Yeah, exactly.
Speaking
Chickens
of
are
shit we should be
dinosaurs?
cloning.
Chickens are dinosaurs?
Well, see, when I watched this guy talk about why he can't do dinosaurs, because there's no dinosaur DNA.
Yeah. If Jurassic Park was real, would you go?
Hell yeah.
Yeah. Right.
I would take
Oh,
all
yeah,
my friends
that's-
that I don't like.
Dude, I don't give a shit, man. If they eat me, that's just God's way of saying I was supposed to get eaten by a dinosaur.
Yeah.
So you don't believe it was dinosaurs?
No, I was saying I would go see it.
Oh, you were gonna say it. You'll be
Like I'd be hyped. I wouldn't be scared. I'm saying if the dinosaurs ate me, I'd just be like, okay,
Well,
that's the way I was supposed to go then.
According
Yeah.
to the one pastor I've heard talk before at one of the churches I used to go to, Satan sent dinosaur bones to be on Earth to trick you to believe that there's no God.
But that doesn't.
that still confirms there's a God. He
Right.
made the dinosaurs. Like what the hell?
It honestly makes me believe there's more of a God if there was dinosaurs.
Well, you don't have to tell
Exactly.
me. I'm just telling you what he said. You know what I mean?
That's
What church was this?
It was in rehab.
Oh, okay. It was in rehab.
One of the pastors came and told us that shit.
Wow, that's crazy as hell. Pastors be saying some
Like,
wild
He
shit.
probably makes people
but
lock the
dinosaurs
doors.
didn't exist. Satan put the bones there that aren't real to make you think dinosaurs exist.
Yeah.
But then, and it make you question God.
That's-
Make you
because of the
question
bones.
God. Yeah.
That's so much crazier than just being like, yeah, God invented.
Yeah, I don't think I
dinosaurs.
explained it right. It makes you question God. Did he really exist? Because the whole Bible,
Oh, okay. The
timeline
Bible
of events.
timeline. It's like,
Yeah.
well, if God does exist, then why the hell these dinosaurs here?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because if you're talking about Adam and Eve, that
Right.
was supposed to happen before Adam and Eve, right?
Right.
So which means is God said, "Let me make man." Well, who the hell made the dinosaurs?
Right. So that's the whole
Damn,
point.
Pastor. Okay, Pastor. You ain't slick.
Yeah, you're not cooking.
Yeah, I get it.
I get it too.
I get it.
But no.
Yeah, but no.
Yeah.
I still believe in God. Yeah.
Yeah.
Makes sense though.
But it makes you question God. It didn't say not make you believe in God. It makes you question.
Yeah.
That's the point. To make you question it.
Interesting.
Not you can still believe in God, but it just now you have that little bit of doubt in your head. You're thinking about it.
Yeah, I'm not gonna ever doubt him. And back
But that was his point of the thing.
back in slave days, they did enough that I'm gonna continue to believe.
It's so crazy that like 25-foot reptiles used to walk around on the same
Yeah.
earth we live
But
on.
you-
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
You almost can't even really say allegedly. I
No,
mean,
of course you
because
can't.
we see
They're
it.
real. Yeah.
I've seen a movie about it. It's real.
A fucking rhinoceros, bro.
Yeah.
They still alive. A
Oh,
hippopotamus.
those big ass
a
crocodiles.
hippopotamus. Yeah, like
Yeah.
Those big ass crocs, or you're just like, that's a dinosaur.
yeah, those
Shit goes extinct every day.
Yeah.
So like good women, they don't exist anymore.
But even then, they starting to see shit like Loch Ness monster type stuff. You know what I mean?
Well, the ocean's
depths of the
different.
ocean. That's a whole
That's
nother
a whole-
monster.
that's a
So
whole
which
nother
means is
universe.
They starting to see that big ass
The squid.
not the squid, but the something. It's like a platypus type thing, but it's in the water and it's like super huge.
Yeah.
Like so they starting to see shit. When they said that plesiosaurus. Plesiosaurus or something.
Is that like a fat dinosaur, plus size
Yeah,
dinosaur?
plus size dinosaur. No, LGBT. Plusosaurus.
What's its pronouns?
You know the LGBT plusosaurus.
Transosaurus.
Sure, they got a transosaurus.
Well, didn't they have those in
Transalociraptor.
Jurassic Park? Transosaurus, because the men and there was no
The Transosaurus.
because they started
Rex.
having babies and they were all like men. They were all women dinosaurs. They started having babies. There was no. Isn't that trans?
But yeah, so it's
I don't
there's
know.
some
I'm
weird
confused.
shit happening.
I'm confused.
I don't know.
We're in a weird time right now. There's all kinds of crazy shit going on.
Did these dinosaurs have blue hair? I don't know.
You know, that's a manufacturerly
Blue
designed-
feathers, maybe.
Yeah.
Nose rings.
Supposedly dinosaurs had feathers.
Yeah.
That makes them scarier to me.
Well, which makes sense because you think about a lizard. A lizard is a fish or a bird or some shit. A lizard is a bird. It's a derivative of a bird. So a fish is a bird, and a bird is a lizard or something.
We need to go back to Reading Rainbow and rewatch that episode of what the fuck a reptile is.
the evolution of a.
We need LeVar Burton to confirm or deny
Right.
this
I
shit.
think dinosaurs are related to birds. I don't know about lizards and how they come into play.
Well, okay, so in that cloning shit, they cloned part of a woolly mammoth into a mouse,
Right. So,
So
now
the
it's a
hair-
woolly mouse.
woolly mouse, but the woolly mammoth hair is blonde
Yeah, but why do that?
to see if what the
Mouse looks like?
what the mouse looks like.
Cool. That's pretty cool. I
Because
guess.
they had share some DNA strands, so they could do it in a mouse, and they put a little bit in.
Yeah.
So that's why the mouse grew all that hair.
So we got the dinosaur to
You have the conversion
the
chart?
bird, or a bird dinosaur, the bird dinosaur to a living bird today. So you know,
Next time you eat chicken, you're actually having a Velociraptor nuggets.
but yeah, you get different variations of how stuff supposedly came about.
Yeah.
But who the fuck knows, man? You know what I mean? Like, who the fuck knows? I think people was doing a lot of lying to justify shit back in the day.
People
You know
don't
what I
lie,
mean? Like,
Lamar.
I mean, a lot of people are just trying to get laid.
well, right.
They're like, yeah.
Definitely.
back
I believe
then, huh?
this. I believe that.
And the people who should be getting laid don't even try.
Well, I mean, even fish to lizards. I mean, you know that's a transition too, because you got to think about this. There's salamanders, things like that. You know what I mean?
Well, didn't we all
Those
come from the
things-
ocean,
we
right?
all
Yeah,
did.
exactly.
Isn't that the craziest?
Or that's Satan
All right.
making you doubt shit.
And I'll blow your mind with an even crazier one. All living all life on Earth shares a single genetic ancestor. Like if you go back far enough, we all go back to the same single-celled organism.
Yeah, it's called God.
You even hear
Amen.
Problem solved.
Amen.
There you go. But they even talk about like squid and octopus and shit like that. A particle from the
fucking aliens,
from space dropped into the ocean type shit. And that's what kind of evolved into these different species. I mean, because you really see God in the ocean more than anything. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like
It's just wild.
jellyfish and shit electrifying and lighting up in the ocean.
It just seems unbelievable.
Yeah, that one thing with that weird ass light on the end of it. You know what
octopus
I mean?
or
Octopus crack.
They can do like, where they like imitate the coral and it looks
and
like it. You're like, how
exactly
the
100.
fuck?
Yeah,
It doesn't look real.
No, it doesn't.
It's like a
at
fucking
all.
disco ball or some shit.
Yeah.
So you look at that and then just different because it's a defense. That motherfucker just cloaks, just like he look exactly like this fucking flag.
Have you ever seen the video of them locking an octopus in a box? He gets out.
Oh yeah, he just squirms
Or
out.
even just is it iguanas or whatever? Not iguanas, the ones that change colors, the chameleons. Have you seen that? And then like people will put different colors next to it, and then it'll change it to that color. Man,
That's
shit,
alien shit.
that's wild shit, bro.
Alien
You know, I mean, porcupines. You got that shit ball up, and then it's all spikes around them. Armadillos got it. You know what I mean? Like. God he be snapping on some shit.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, for real,
Hell
bro.
yeah. That's a good way of putting it.
For real, I didn't been to like, the Phoenix Zoo and looking at the birds, like that nigga got a cold ass outfit on. He got the polka dots and the stripes on this shit. And it just be so like in sync, like a real ass outfit. Like, dude, that's a cold ass outfit you got on. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like different birds, blue jays, fucking cardinals, fucking, you know.
There's so much cool, beautiful shit that's just
Fucking
like kind of
plants.
unbelievable. Yeah.
Plants, even plants.
Yeah.
The fucking Venus
This is
flytrap.
the gayest this podcast has ever been, and I love
Yeah,
it.
we fucking, we're
we're gonna go look at flowers after this, guys.
You know, I am so upset the fact that there's so many male plants releasing pollen. We need to start planting more female plants, guys. That's what this podcast
I'm
is
just
going
waiting for Eric to say, even a penis, when you look at it, it's just so beautiful. The way it's molded.
Have you seen one grow from start to finish?
And when you hold
Other
it
than yours?
when you hold it in your hand, and the throbbing you can feel through your whole
Oh
body.
my God, it's
It
getting
makes
bigger.
you feel alive.
And the moan you hear from the fucking
The most I
acceleration.
ever see God is when I'm looking at a penis.
You know, that's actual blood rushing to the tip
And the release of pollen from
from the penis.
God is a penis.
God's definitely a
God,
man.
this is one.
Because no woman can make all this cool shit.
I mean, but you got to think about this too. Like, I mean, shit, dudes
Hashtag
shit
that one.
probably look the same. You know what I mean? But a woman's, that's where God's work again.
Yeah.
God's work again. Like you get some that look just straight in, some look like it's actually was in a cocoon and it turned into a butterfly at some point.
You break
know
off
what I mean?
a rib. You break off a rib. You put in a little work. You got a woman.
Yeah, you see some that look like they can whistle. You know what I mean? You got some that just, you know what I mean, just different variations.
They're just
in it.
growling.
Yeah, growling. They talking about coochie don't look got a face shit. Shit. I've seen some with a mean mug before. I didn't see some that got a stare down.
Hey, one bit my finger one time.
You know what I mean? Like Charlie ass. Like a bit my feet.
Trim my fucking nails.
You know what I mean? Exactly. Like, you know, you see God down there. You see God down there.
I've seen Star Wars. I know what goes on.
Yeah, man. God is dope, man. God is dope.
What if you could clone yourself and keep your memories?
Dude, that would be cool.
What if you can clone yourself and keep yourself? Like, that's the thing. Like, they say, all right, bro. Like, you know what I mean? Like, taking the battery back to the damn, AutoZone when you buy a battery, you can take your battery back and get some money back. Like, no, I'm going to just keep my battery. You know what I mean?
The
like,
core?
they give, you
The
keep
core?
the core. Like, if you could keep the core, now that might be cool.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, yeah, you can use this version of you. I mean, you know, but the thing is, you only can go back to yourself yourself once.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Like you can go back to whoever the fuck you was one time. Like that nigga got one more in him. Like you can live in this genetically modified version of yourself that you chose to be. You wanted to be, have more stamina. You want to, you know what I mean, be a little bit stronger.
Skinny this time.
You want to be, smarter or whatever. You know what I mean?
No,
you can be that version of you, but it does come with a cost. You know what I mean? Like, people will react to you differently or whatever it may be.
Like you can come back as the same person, but with a new memory.
Yeah.
So you're still making possibly the same mistakes.
Yeah.
But your new memory, but you're back as Lamar, exactly like Lamar, but you have to relearn everything.
Yeah.
Fuck that.
Yeah,
That sounds
I'm
like too
about
much
relearning
work.
myself. Yeah. So you basically gonna be a dude that was in a coma the last 20 years. Like
You're playing
had
50-50.
no brain activity.
You're like somebody
What
getting
year
out
is
of
this?
prison. You're way too
It's
overstimulated.
50-50 if you make the same decisions again.
Yeah.
'Cause what if you make a different decision and your life turns out completely different than you thought it was last time?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Butterfly.
But
effect.
the thing
Deja vu
is,
shit.
and doing shit like that. That's what I'm saying. Like if you had your core, you know what I mean? Like, because you can say you want all of these things, and then you get them, and then you be overwhelmed and like, oh no.
Hey,
fuck
we were
that.
talking about
You know
this
what I
on the
mean?
phone earlier. Like,
Yeah.
we're about to go down this road. You ready to fucking do this? If we do,
Facts.
Yeah.
Facts. You know what I mean?
might be some life changing, altering shit.
changing shit. So you gotta fucking be ready for shit. So then the thing is, if you're not ready for that shit, what happens?
Right.
You typically gonna revert back to your old self.
Straight
You know
up.
what I mean? Like we
what you know.
self-sabotaging. You know what I mean? Let's say it was something that we really, really wanted, and then we were like right there on the brink of fucking obtaining it, and it was really just based on us having the courage to fucking
ready.
walk through it. Yeah, and we get fucking cold feet. I mean, it happens at the altar all the time. And then what happens? We go back to the same version of life that we used to.
Comfort zone.
Don't nobody fucking go back and be, all right, well, I'm going to take that opportunity, miss opportunity, and I'm going to be a better version of myself. No, that's the reason why you didn't go through with it.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because
Totally.
you're fearing of what could be.
But you're just going with what you know in your comfort zone.
Yeah. And you go back and be the same version. So if you could be that version or clone better version of yourself, who knows? You might not like that shit.
Right.
You know what I mean? It might be too overwhelming, and you want to go back to that old fucking core. Like, you know what? But you only got one time.
Yeah.
So then you go back to that old person. You're like, fuck, I should have just waited it out. You know what I mean? Right. 3 years from now, I might have been used to that shit.
Yeah.
If you would just waited it up. Yeah.
I was just waiting it out because you adjust, right?
Yeah.
You adjust to it. That's the thing about it.
You
Because
have a new
eventually-
comfort zone.
Yeah, that's what happens. And that's the thing about it. You just fucking got to go through it because eventually you will adjust.
Yeah, because look
to
at me.
whatever
I'm
that
cool with
lifestyle.
being the sober guy at the bar now. Before, I had to be the one
Exactly.
partying and crazy. Now I'm cool being the sober one and then watching everybody else be dumb.
Yeah, so imagine, you know what I mean? Like a year from now, we come to this podcast. How much you weigh?
160.
Okay, 160. I'm about 170.
Me too.
And he's 175 or below. His ideal weight is 150. Now this motherfucker sitting up there looking like us. We gotta adjust to that too. That's gonna be hard. Like, you know what I mean? Like, how do we fucking, you know what I mean? Like, and this dude up here, fucking skinny as shit.
Ozempic'd out.
Hashtag Ozempic. Now, one thing about Jorge, I know he gonna hashtag it. He not gonna be on that bullshit, right?
No, I talk about it so everybody knows I'm on that shit. So.
He the only one that's actually really repping Ozempic. Look,
rep
he need a
endorsement deal.
Yeah, what the fuck? Sign this man up.
Right here. Before, after. Before, after.
Who do you know endorsing Ozempic? I don't know nobody.
Even
endorsing.
Oprah don't want to do that
Everybody
shit.
hides it.
You know what I
dude.
mean?
They're like, I just lost a bunch of weight out of nowhere, and I just decided to do it now for no reason.
If I had it queued up on the thing right now, I would play it when we asked the audience, how many of y'all are on Ozempic, and nobody said nothing, and we had to switch it up. How many of y'all lost 150 pounds in the last 3 weeks? You
And
know
then
what I mean?
there's
And
people-
everybody started clapping, and it's crazy.
Right.
Like, come on now, man.
There's people on Ozempic that don't even need it.
Yeah, we know one guy.
Oh, I'm
People like that too.
doing a joke about him right now. But
Yeah.
Now I'm fucking like, who is it?
he's on the show with us.
He was on the show with us Thursday.
Oh, okay. The
You
one
know
guy?
who it was? The gay guy.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. Okay, that's all right.
Not Eric.
But we talked about it.
The
yeah.
other gay
he
guy.
said he was on it, but I didn't know if he was for real.
No,
About
he
it.
for real is.
He was for
Yeah.
real. He actually
He looks
kinda
fine.
slim. Yeah, now that I'm looking at it. Yeah. Well, he was a little bit heavier though at one point, wasn't he? I would say he was
I mean,
a little bit heavier.
He also stopped sucking dick, so I mean,
That probably,
a lot of
he
calories.
lost a lot of weight.
there's a lot of
protein.
pollen in there raises your blood sugar.
He's not building healthy muscle anymore with the protein. The building blocks of muscle.
So if you see me in a couple of weeks and I weigh like 147 pounds, I either went to China, got cloned, or Ozempic finally kicked in.
Ozempic.
So,
Yeah, get cloned, but better. That would be cool.
So we want to.
I'm the best version of myself right now,
Okay,
sir.
buddy.
We want to shout out our sponsors, not so much sponsors yet, but potential sponsor Ozempic, #1. I mean, because he's
Hit me up.
changing the lives of one of our people.
I'm trans. I'm trans right now.
He's-
I'm transitioning from fat
trans
to skinny.
fat,
Trans fat.
a real trans.
You
fat.
don't even have to pay us. Just send him free doses. And
Yeah,
we're
if-
good.
yeah.
Don't listen to him. You have to pay
But
us.
the real shit, because I heard it's like generics too. Like the Ozempic, if you have health insurance, Blue Cross Blue Shield, send him that shit. Samples. You know what I mean?
Send me free samples.
But if you don't have
I'll take Trulicity.
You gonna take Trulicity?
I'll take it. Whatever. I'll take all that shit.
Oh fuck it, nigga! Give him a cocktail of it. You know what I mean?
I'll do lines of it right now. You know what I'm saying?
Also, we wanted to shout out. Bodio Clothing.
Bodio Clothing.
Yeah.
Out there in El Mirage, and they just opened up a second location in downtown Phoenix, Central Phoenix.
Give
Shout out
us
to
some shirts. I'll put them on.
Barrio Clothing. Hit them up on Instagram, Facebook.
Do they got the old school shirts like in the 90s?
Yep.
Remember the Rolling Hard shirts?
Yep.
They got Rolling Hard shirts?
We have to make.
We got to go get some.
We got to
Rolling
make a
Hard
field
shirts.
trip and record it, and I'll take you guys
Hell
to
yeah.
where I get my clothes.
Hell
Yeah, that's what we gonna do. One of our podcasts, we gonna go down and we gonna do a taping or some shit.
And then
you think they'll let us?
Yeah,
do
oh, for
some
sure.
shit?
The owner's cool as hell. Shout out to Larry. He's from Glendale. Grew up together. So our
Okay.
families grew up together.
Okay, so yeah, we'll go down there, and me and Eric could get gangstified. You know
Yeah,
what I
hell
mean?
Get you some Charlie Browns
Yeah.
and some Cortezes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm gonna bring the 25-cent Mexican out of me that day.
Hey, they got
I'ma
some
really
bomb ass house shoes,
represent for
dog.
Raza.
Bomb ass house shoes. You're gonna love.
I need some new shoes.
Right. So also we wanted to shout out Drip. Drip came through, and like we said earlier, and they gave
Drip
us,
dropped it off. You know what I mean?
about 100 joints to pass out to our 90 members in our audience. We still got about 50 left, so we will be giving these out at all of our shows going forward. So make sure y'all support the team. Eric does his open mic on Mondays.
Just coming out Wednesday, right?
Guys, this episode was No, it's coming out 2 weeks from now.
2 weeks from now,
And
okay.
those joints are going to be all gone.
They are.
Yeah.
But don't
way or
jump
another.
Lamar at Westgate next time you see him and be like, "Where's the weed at?"
Where's the weed at?
He's not going to have any, okay?
I'm
Don't
probably
jump
not.
Lamar.
Probably not. Shouts out to Drip.
He'll be in
gonna
his
be gone.
system.
Boy,
He'll be in his
so
system,
Yeah,
not
yeah,
on
yeah,
him.
yeah. You can't get it back at this point.
Yeah, but shout out to Drip. My bad. Shout out to Drip.
Show.
Yeah. Yeah, man. Shit. That's a wrap, fellas.
That's right.